Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Hey, y'all. Hey, YouTube. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, good day to everyone. Good day, everyone. Let me just try to hop right into the topic because I already know I have these time restraints and I don't have a whole lot of time. And I tried to, get the little setup to look a little differently, y'all. So I hope it looks a little differently. And I hope I'm not like all up in y'all face like I've been hearing that I am, but that's okay. Um, well, no, it's not okay if I am. I hope I'm not. So, anyhow, moving on to today's topic, um, real quick. My glasses on because I think I see a hair out of place and I want to fix it. I do, right there. Okay, anyway, moving on. That's another thing. Like, I've outgrown my vein day. So, I'm not, that my hair, my makeup, like makeup, I don't really wear. I'm a very simplistic person like that. So, I don't really expect to see a whole lot of that, but I know how to get glammed up and do that when it's time. However, let me just hop into the chat I wanted to share with you all today. And this chat is a pretty serious chat, and I want people to kind of take it seriously too, as well as this channel, and the premise and the platform that I'm trying to set to. Um, I really want for this channel to be a constructive one. I really want it to in a nutshell, what I want for life, learning through life chat to be for anyone who is tuning in and who I thank you so much. I really just want this to be a platform where we can just add some substance to our channel. I mean, to our chats. Chit chatting is cool and all that, but like in this day, like we've really reached a time where we need to start having some more focused and concentrated, conversations. And that's not a diss, to anyone, you know. It's just I feel like we need more environments where we can do that, where we can hold the conversations, that matter, in life, in regards to living life, and learning as we go, because that's what we're all doing. We're all doing that, and that's just how the cycle of life goes, and that's how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to be learning as we go. So I just wanted to create a positive and optimistic platform that persons can come to and talk about things, that may be small talk. It could be a trendy topic. It could be some topic found on social media or something. But we're going to look at it from a constructive side as well. Because what I want for life chat to be able to do is take the things that the conversations and things that trend. It's not all glitz and glamour and fame and fortune. Like there are other sides, to these headlines and to these happenings and things. And so, we've just reached a time where we should start focusing on, those concentrated areas. And so I want to just take a couple minutes, of our day to kind of do that with a couple of saddening yet very serious and very relevant topics that are floating around the web today. One we hardly ever hear about. I'm moment of silence. I'm even using my beehive mug for the day in reference to our girl, Miss Beyonce, because she done came out and start talking now. Beyonce done came out and started talking now, y'all. Ooh, girl, my lips popped on that one. Anyhow, bringing it back to the more serious note, Beyonce has started talking, okay? And while I haven't read all that she has said, I've caught some bits and pieces, and I have something I want to say in Mrs. Beyonce Knowles Carter regard, and I'm hoping that what I say is not offensive in any way to her or the Beehive. I love Beyonce as a young lady. I can't say I agree with every decision she's made in her career. That's not something I can say. But overall, I absolutely adore Beyonce. The old Beyonce. And here's what I mean about the old Beyonce, and I gotta hurry up because my time is ticking. But to me, in my experience with Mrs. Beyonce, and again, I love her. I want the best for Miss Beyonce, but I remember a different Beyonce than the Beyonce that's out right now. And the Beyonce that I fell in love with and became just a diehard fan for, I don't really recognize these days. Like, I haven't seen the Beyonce that I fell in love with as a fan ever since that Watermelon song. I just haven't. Ever since that, what was it? I don't even know the name of it because, like, it's just was something about that timing. Like, she just took like a really deep and dark dive, like, and I really haven't seen Beyonce really recover from that time. I'm just gonna say that. I don't see that she's really recovered. I see she's moved on. Obviously, the Carters are, building their family, and I want that to be a great thing, but I'm not fully convinced that that's really what the case is, and that's neither here nor there because I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to be dismissive or anything towards Beyonce's choice, and whom she chooses to build her life with. But I'm just gonna say, to me, the whole Beyonce and Jay-Z thing was a publicity stunt initially, and this is how I'm gonna tie this in with the title, and I'm gonna leave that there for now with Mrs. Beyonce. I love you, Beyonce, my dear. But I do need to tie you into this life chat in hopes of us who need to learn something from it, okay? Now, I'm a move on to another artist real quick because she also ties into this topic. And that's going to be our Mrs. Cardi B. Let's get right to it and not try to sugarcoat it or anything. I already did a show or already did a video on Cardi B and how I feel about her, so I don't need to rehash that. But I'm gonna say I just seen her resurface in the headlines, and she's saying things like, in a nutshell, that she thinks that she's experienced. Sadly, she feels like she's experiencing some sort of postpartum depression or some sort of depression of some kind. And I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna try to wrap this up. And I don't want anybody to beat me up about this. Like this again, the premise of Life Chat is to discuss, to take chats, to enhance chats, take them to a new level in life. We want to talk. We don't just want to talk about things in a fun and comical and entertaining fashion. We got to look at the reality of things too. And the reality is we haven't seen the Beyonce everybody fell in love with since that Watermelon song, and most people know that to be true. And yes, she's moved on and she's done some great things since then, but she has not been the same. She hasn't been the same. She's not the same bubbly, giddy, bright, shining young lady that we used to see. Like Beyonce, you look at Beyonce, you see that cover. Beyonce looking at us like, I'm like, come on, Like, we've been riding with you all this time. Like, don't side eye us. Like, it ain't us. We ain't the ones you should be side eyeing. We still rocking with you. Now let me hurry up and try to, wrap this video up because I'm reaching my time limit. But in dealing with Beyonce, and ladies, listen, I wish y'all the best. I want you both to do as well as you can possibly do, as I wish for anyone else deserving. But I need y'all to understand this, and I need this to be taken seriously. Beyonce and Cardi B are both classic cases of what you get when you put that money before yourself. Y'all don't beat me up about that. Like, let's just keep it real. Let's be realer than reality TV, as I always encourage us to do. Beyonce, I don't think Beyonce was into Jay-Z like that. I think Beyonce was into the fact that he was number one at the time. And I don't think Jay-Z was into her at the time because he had so many other options also, despite. And so I think it was a game for both of them initially. And then what I think happened is they kind of start liking each other somewhere along the way. And they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe we can, whatever. Let's just try to see if we can do it. And so they did. And, of course, in doing that, they grew to like each other even more. So they're like, okay, well, let's just kind of stick with it and see where it goes. But that doesn't mean that that's going to bring happiness and joy about, as we can see. In regards to Cardi B, she had a little paper going, but she wanted more. Beyonce, she had a career popping. She was popping at the time. She had her girl groups, and they was getting it in. But to her, it only made sense. Like, he number one, I'm number one. It only makes sense for us to collide. And I think she probably wanted it to be a career move initially. I think, like, the people behind the scenes was like, oh, whoa, this can be so much more and so much bigger. And so they took it to that level. And, excuse me, Lord. And somehow convinced Jay-Z to go along with it because Beyonce was a kid to him. Basically, and he was dealing with grown women all day and night, whenever he chose, however he chose. So Beyonce was just a little girl to him at the time. But to her, she probably saw that as a challenge and was like, okay, all right, we gonna get back to that. And so this is just a result of all of that. And then in regards to Cardi B, she was doing okay, but she wanted to do more. She wanted to glitz and the glamour, but Cardi B has stated ever since she hopped in the game that she wanted out. She's been laying and dropping little, statements and things, and she's been saying, like, in her own words, she wished she would have just stayed in the strip club and did her thing. And still been doing that. Because now, look at her. She's a mother. She's a wife. Look at Beyonce. Now, because she wanted to do the number one thing and be the number one, all this and that, she's a mother. She's a wife. And where are they both now? I love y'all, girls. I've been there. I know many other ladies that's been there. And that's going to tie me back into my life chats. Try to reel us back into real earth. Like, that's what I want to do. Because these people are real people. And we need to understand that. But let me take my sip for Miss Beyonce. Because I love her. And I'm rooting for her and Cardi, too, in regard to her health. And I want for us to be as encouraging as we are to these two, to the ladies that that's undergoing this in your community. Let me say that real quick. Everybody want to come in and be like, oh, that's sad and it's unfortunate. It is. But it's a whole lot of ladies going through that and continue to go through that. And we'll continue to go through that until we start being realer than reality TV, which is what I'm trying to encourage us to do here on this platform. This is a discussion platform where we want to add substance to topics and we want to concentrate on topics and areas where we're supposed to. So that's what I'm hoping we do.